Hey, what's up, my AKA Padders? It's Saturday. That means it's Presentation Saturday. Whatever has been on the tip of my brain throughout the week, I bring to you. But this week's been busy. This week's been nuts. The last 2 weeks, work-wise, have been punishing. But I decided to use this opportunity to preview our upcoming morning releases for the next 2 weeks plus. So it's just going to be a stack of comics. We're going to hit that drawing table, and I'm just going to, mostly show you covers of a lot of the books that we have upcoming on this channel. Now, we have some underground comics. We do have some of those amazing, what is called outlaw comics. I'm not really sure I like that term, but some good old independent black and white with the highs and the lows, meaning the good old black and white books with the big two. Okay, so we got the mainstream, and we got the whole scale of the comic book industry throughout the decades, with a focus of the 90s, because this is mostly a 90s channel. And why is that? Well, because I feel like I'm a crusader, guys. I'm crusading to reform some of this conversation around 90s comics. It was my era. Now, provided even then I was drifting away from comic books. The movies, the cartoons, the comics, the pop culture overall was my era. I believe it's the greatest era in pop culture history, in American comic book history, even American movie history. The 90s is, in my view, relentless. But we want to give this different perspective because I was there. And I didn't think this stuff sucks. So anyway, so that's like a big focus of this channel too. So guys, before we hit that drawing table, maybe you subscribe, support, leave a comment, do anything just so I know you're out there. And when you do something, the YouTube algorithm knows you're there too, and they're like, hey, people care about this poor AKA pad guy. Anyway, guys, let's hit that drawing table. Let's preview everything we have upcoming on this channel. Let's go. So, AKA Padders. I thought this was going to be a short stack, but I found an additional stack. This is what we're going to get into right now. Previewing the upcoming books that are going to be featured on this wonderful comic book commentary YouTube channel. One of my goals this year was to be able to draw like vehicles very quickly and accurately. And I've been obsessively practicing since January. Alright, AKA Padders, book number 1, Shadow Man number 19, featuring Aerosmith. You guys know I love adaptation comics. I love music comics. I just think it's a wild thing. And look how close these likenesses are. Look at Stephen Perry, and this is a great issue. I've read it a few times, and can't wait to bring it to you. So speaking of music, you guys know this has been on the docket for a while. I've been debating on exactly how to bring the Todd McFarlane Kiss Psycho Circus comic book to all of you. Reason is, do I bring this to you by showcasing the entire run? Do I start with the first year? There's a lot for me to debate. This will happen though. My coverless Jack Kirby collection. Since I introduced this book to you guys, I have acquired quite a few of these. A blind flip through of Batman and the Three Jokers, and the reason for this is I got this as a gift. I kept it sealed. It was sealed for years, and I just wanted to document what it was like to go through this for the first time. No story, just visuals, just artwork. Shazam. issue 28, the first modern day appearance of Black Adam. You guys know I absolutely love The Rock's Black Adam movie. I don't care. I think it's wild. I think it's fun. I think he looks good in the role. Tough dude. Him not fighting Superman. It's one of the all time letdowns. I'll be honest with you. Can't wait to bring this to you. Dragon Slayer adaptation. I said before, I love adaptations. They teach you a lot about storytelling, and Dragon Slayer is just one of the all-time great fantasy movies, period. Hellraiser, Nightbreed, Jihad. Yeah, haven't cracked this open yet. I want to read it. I want to bring it to you. Speaking of adaptations, Dark Crystal. You guys know Dark Crystal is in my top 10 movie list of all time. I want to bring this adaptation to you guys. Money Don't Buy. Night Thrasher, Beware Prowler. This issue is, guys, when we talk about great random one-off issues, this is one of them. I want to bring this to you. We're going to get into the NAS real quick. And what is the NAS? The NAS is a prestige format miniseries. This is going to be one of two separate videos. Of course, one video will be of the NAS. Tom Vitch, Brian Talbot. Guys, this is, I'm not joking, this is a non-stop book. And the second video will be the prestige format miniseries, the format created for the Dark Knight. But what else is out there around that time? So this will also be featured in that video. Other prestige format miniseries from the time of Dark Knight. That's not Dark Knight. Zoom Suit. So we were doing a run of like a lot of independent books on this channel at one time. And they just, I keep pushing them off. There's a lot of commentary around this and the type of effort this book was. I think it's important. We have a Build 2-sheet cover right here. Guys, we don't do enough anime, period. Or manga, I'm sorry. We will get into manga. Speaking of the weekend's festivities. This week, my big reading project was to get through this and memorize it so I can bring it to you guys. Well, guess what? Circle of Death didn't quite get there, guys. This will be coming this coming week as soon as possible. With the release of the new Witchblade, I just wanted to do a run through of the original Witchblade #1 and why it was absolutely monumental and important. I don't know when you might see the video. X-Force 9, I featured this already. I shot this once, but it was while I was eating Deadpool pizza. I don't know when that video is coming. But at the same time, I did want to detail how unimportant Deadpool was in comics around the time of Rob Liefeld's X-Force. Yes, Deadpool is featured in the book, but what if we're critical of how he's featured and what he's doing, it makes you look at a lot of the secondary characters, which were more popular and more of the focus. As previously seen on this channel, we profiled the 10th. I wanted to bring you issues 0 through 4. Ron Perlin, who is, like not as like a direct influence, but some of my favorite things were of him, if that makes any sense. New Defenders and the final issue of New Defenders, which probably as a team book, this is the greatest final issue of any team book in comic book history. I wanted to bring that to you. And speaking of those underground books, Clown Shock. How about a underground book that's not really labeled an underground book? Suburban Jersey Teenage She-Devils. How about something wild? When the Punisher changes his skin color and teams up with Luke Cage. Thank you, Mike Barron. As previously seen on this channel, John Burns, Danger Unlimited. Previously, for, I believe, Flag Day, we did Torch of Liberty. I profiled really how incredible of a backup story Torch of Liberty is. Here we go. What I consider, I'm not even going to say it, what I consider to be the greatest comic book run of all time. Right here. As previously promised, Blade Runner adaptation. Here we go. Potentially, G.I. Joe Real American Hero 93. Maybe the greatest comic book of all time. Never got to this. Killmonger. We're going to do the first appearance of Killmonger. That's him right there. I still believe in the impact of the MCU and how it carries over into comics. The end of the Justice League, part 3 of 4. Insanely impactful. Great moments. We'll discuss this. Nightcat. That's all I'm saying with that. Ravage. More black and white underground. Whatever you want to call them. Call them underground. Call them outlaw comics. As previously featured on this channel. The One. Another adaptation. Waterworld. Children of the Leviathan. More underground outlaw comics. Gun Fury. I absolutely love this style. I love the paper quality. I want to bring this to you. I have issues 6 and 9, 69, greatest number of all time, but I want to bring you more of this. As previously seen on this channel, Mortal Kombat, I'm building all of these out. We're going to do a full Mortal Kombat Malibu run. And speaking of that, we're going to be doing Malibu Bruce Lee. Another Mike Baron. Mike Baron really was, he's a weapon of a writer. He really is. There. Captain America 323. One of the all-time great Cap issues. She, Daredevil. Wanted to read this and bring you any differences of the movie and Superman Quest for Peace. So we're going to watch the movie, read this, and maybe we're going to find a couple cut scenes. I have the one in trade paperback as well. Here we go, guys. This is the big one. Steve Rude Dude, and Mr. Miracle during the golden age, the height of DC's creativity, right here. So, guys, yeah, we got a lot coming. Wanted to preview it. Oh, and also table announcement. We got a big announcement. Because I know when this video is dropping. You guys are well aware Crypt is the table mascot. But we're going to have a backup mic for Crypt. And that's going to be Pike. So it's Crypt and Pike now. These are our boys. This is the attitude of this channel. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Videos like this mean a lot because it is the future of the channel. I believe it's the future of this type of comic book commentary. I thank you.